Some disasters don't strike without warning. First, they convince humanity that everything is safe, and then, in just a few minutes, they erase that trust forever. March 11, 2011 began as a completely ordinary morning in Japan. Commuters waited for their trains. Children prepared for their first class. Fishermen had already cast their nets into the sea. No one had any idea that within minutes, millions of lives would change forever. But the scariest part wasn't that the ground was about to shake. The real danger had been born deep inside the ocean. Invisible, silent, and capable of erasing an entire city from the map. At around 2:46 p.m. local time, deep beneath Japan's northeastern coast, two massive tectonic plates had been pressing against each other for years. The people above had no idea. The ocean looked calm, the sky was clear. But kilometers below, energy had been building relentlessly. Then came the moment the rock could no longer hold. In an instant, the seafloor shifted several meters, and one of the most powerful earthquakes in recorded history was born. At first, people assumed it would stop within seconds like so many before it. But this time was different. The shaking intensified violently. Shelves crashed down. Ceiling lights swung wildly. People clung to walls just to stay standing. It felt as if the entire earth was floating on a wave. The longer it lasted, the deeper the fear grew. This was no ordinary event. Trains halted immediately. Emergency alarms rang through factories. Elevators shut down automatically. Japan's decades of earthquake preparation were facing their first real test, and that training saved thousands of lives. But this was only the beginning, because beneath the ocean, something else was already happening. As the seafloor shifted, a massive column of ocean water rose with it, sending that energy racing in every direction. On the surface, nothing looked unusual. But in the depths, a wave had already been born, pushing thousands of tons of water toward the coast. People near the shore were still only afraid of the earthquake. They had no idea the real test was still ahead. Within minutes, Japan's meteorological agencies detected the abnormal signals. Warning messages broadcast across the coast. TV programs stopped. Sirens echoed everywhere. The message was simple: move away from the ocean, get to higher ground. Thousands ran without wasting a second. Teachers led children uphill. Hospitals rushed patients to safety. But not everyone had enough time. Some went back for documents, for money, for a loved one, believing they still had a few more minutes. Nature was moving faster than any of them. Then, along the coast, the sea suddenly began pulling back. Where there had been water minutes earlier, the ocean floor was now exposed. Fish flopped helplessly on the sand. Some people, recognizing the danger, ran faster. Others stopped out of curiosity, pulling out their phones to record what they thought was a rare sight. But the ocean wasn't retreating. It was only pulling in a breath before returning with its full force. Moments later, a strange line appeared on the horizon, growing larger with every second. The entire ocean seemed to rise as one, carrying mud, trees, concrete, and boats, becoming a moving wall of destruction. People ran for higher ground with everything they had. For those with only seconds left, every step was a decision between life and death. Then came the collision. The water didn't touch the shore. It swallowed it. Cars were swept away like toys. Buses vanished into the current. Wooden houses were torn apart in an instant, and even concrete buildings couldn't withstand the pressure. Families tried desperately to hold on to each other, but the water's force was stronger than any human grip. Within minutes, years of hard work, homes, schools, and hospitals had all become floating debris. Ports were submerged, railways destroyed, highways washed away. Thousands of people were suddenly cut off from the rest of the world, with no power and no communication. Fear multiplied in the silence. And at that very moment, at a major coastal industrial facility, an entirely different crisis was unfolding. Safety systems disabled by the floodwater, engineers racing against time inside a control room, fighting a battle no one outside could see. Helicopters filled the sky, searching for people trapped on rooftops and clinging to trees. Every successful rescue brought hope, but thousands of areas remained unreached. As night fell, a heavy uncertainty spread across the nation. People believed they had survived nature's greatest assault. They didn't yet know the coming hours would test them even further. When the water finally receded, the 2011 proved once again, claiming victory over nature is the biggest mistake we can make. We can learn to live with it, understand its warnings, and prepare better, but we can never command it. Science gives us power. Nature reminds us of its limits. If this story moved you, make sure to subscribe to EVACORIUM so we can keep bringing you real, powerful stories like this one.